Illusion Theater, Derailing the Sense of Agency. This work describes an interactive storytelling machine that uses self-reflection to deceive and manipulate the user's sense of agency, which refers to the feeling of control over actions and their consequences. The deception and manipulation mechanism is an interactive storytelling system, which content is not predetermined at the beginning, but is built throughout the user's experience. Our human-computer interactions depend on the user's emotions, which are classified from biometric data. In this case, a facial expression recognition model that detects the emotions happy, surprise, sad, anger, and neutral. The deception and manipulation of the user's sense of agency are carried out by reflecting to the users their emotional states. Our first experiment's objective was to generate a positive emotional loop between the machine and the user. For that purpose, we created an interface in which a baby responded to the user's happy expressions with a laughing response, and the rest of the user's expressions with an idle face. The baby selection as the interactive agent was based on the positive reaction generated by adults when hearing a baby laughing. The results show that participants react with a smile or laugh to the baby laughing state, generating an emotional loop between the virtual baby and the user, which may last several seconds. The system is designed so the baby reacts to the test participant, but when the test participant reacts to the baby, who is leading who? In the second experiment, we studied the behavioral response of the user with an unconditioned stimulus. The human-computer interaction was throughout an anime character with 4 possible poses: delighted, gloomy, idle, and hurt. Each of the first 3 poses corresponded to the user's positive, negative, and neutral facial expressions. However, the anime character's idle required the neutral facial expression to be held by a certain period of time, after which a randomizer will activate that pose. The hurt pose was randomly generated, with a chance of happening once every 45 seconds, and did not correspond to any of the user's facial expressions. The objective briefed to the users was to make the anime character do the hurt pose 5 times within 5 minutes. Meanwhile, we studied whether the user could realize that the hurt pose was randomly generated, or whether the user conditioned that pose to a specific facial expression or any other user-generated action. The second experiment's results display that people tend to associate some specific action with a random pose of the character. In this case, the users are deceived because all other reactions correspond to their actions. Their sense of agency is strong enough as to try to make sense how it was their actions which trigger a random event. Both experiments are examples of how machines can manipulate users' sense of agency, which, in the context of interactive storytelling, refers to the spectator's awareness of controlling the character's actions and their impact in the unfolding events in the story. Content creators can take advantage of this manipulation and lead spectators to a specific emotional state or behavior while still maintaining the user's perception of sense of agency intact over the interaction. These 2 experiments are part of a larger research in which we are developing an interface that enables seamless interactions between users and content creators. It works by recording emotional states in different time frames of a video, so content creators can decide which paths to display. Once the time frames, where the content creators want to classify the emotion, begin, the system will start to record the physiological signals of the user. For each time frame, the system will classify an emotional state. These states will decide which paths the video will follow. This new interactive interface, as well as the previous experiments, are examples of how brain-computer interfaces will be used to create new artificial states of sense of agency.